Hello, everyone, and today I will be talking about anxiety and how we can recognize it, okay, and the benefits of recognition. So, I'm going to start it off with describing the feeling of anxiety, just to get us on track here. I remember my first experience with anxiety. I was just getting out of high school, and it was like it was a horrible feeling. like every morning, I'd wake up with this feeling of like dread, like impending doom is what I like to call it, and like your world's just like coming to an end. And I had no idea what's going on. I didn't know why I was feeling the way I was feeling. It was really bad. And and then I went and talked to my dad, and he told me, he's like, yeah, that's anxiety. And I was like, whoa, like just being able to put a label on what I was feeling helped so much. And shortly after that, creating that distance from that feeling, I was able to narrow it down to what the root cause of that problem was. And so that's how beneficial recognizing anxiety is. And that's why I'm making this video right now. And so anxiety originates with ignored stressors. Okay. So whenever we experience some sort of stress that's reminding us to do something and we ignore it and push it off till later, and that stress builds and builds and builds over time, um, then you're gonna get anxiety. And so, you know, let's say you have a project you always want to work on, and you just keep pushing it off till later, keep distracting yourself, or school, you had an exam and you just kept saying like, no, I'll do it later, I'll do it later, until you get anxious. You're actually feeling a different emotion rather than just stress. And so that's where it originates from. It's from our ignored stress. Okay. So, and we're confused too. So like I said in my story about when I was just getting out of high school, I didn't know what was going on. So that's what led to me dealing with it much longer than if I just knew what anxiety was in the first place. So that's where, you know, identification comes in. And so we can't face anxiety confused. You just can't. You'll lose. So, and check this out. Boom. Solution. Recognize the familiar feeling. So, as you're going through a wave of anxiety, it's coming over you. You feel like your world's coming down. You can't know, you don't really know why, and then you're like, oh wait, oh this is anxiety. Okay, so that you're still feeling it, but you just know what it is now. Okay, that's the first step. Okay, so and then you need to take a step back and look for a trigger. So this is where you can there's this breath work that I learned from Dr. Andrew Huberman on his lab, the Huberman lab, called the physiological sigh. Okay, and it's just 2 breaths inward and 1 long outward. So I'll demonstrate. And you do this 1 to 3 times, and it's going to lower your stress and anxiety levels. And yeah, it's clinically proven. So, but using tools like that, like breath work, we can allow us to take a step back and look for a trigger. Okay, so you're feeling the emotion, you recognize, okay, I see this is anxiety. Let me take a step back, take a deep breath, and let me see if there's something causing this. Is it a school project? Is it work? Is it some sort of deadline? Deadlines are a big thing for anxiety, so look for those. Look for deadlines in your life. From there, when you find the trigger, if you find the trigger, then you can look for an action. Okay, is there an action step I can take to work this problem out? Okay, Because at the end of the day, this is the whole point of stress and anxiety. It's for you to take action, right? So just give in to the feeling. I mean, you gotta, you just gotta get it done, or it's gonna eat at you forever. So you gotta take the action, and I promise you, the feeling will mitigate and eventually go away. And then, for when there is no action item, like for a perfect example would be the deadline of death that we all face. Um, Simply have to let go. Just let go. There's no need to fear. Okay. We're all going to die. The only thing we can do is just focus on the now. Okay. Because whether you're stressing about something that happened in the past, or anxious about something in the past, or you're anxious about something that you think is going to happen, which is most likely the case, even if you're right and say there's nothing you can do about it, then you simply have to let go. There's nothing you can do. There's no point living in that state of fear and dread all the time. There's no point then. Um, so, yeah. And also practice our state of awareness. Okay. So, in our recognition, awareness is that state where we can recognize. It's that taking a step back from everything, taking a step back from yourself, from your own thoughts, from your own feelings, from your own actions, and really analyzing all of it. Okay. It's almost viewing from your point of consciousness rather than your ego. Okay. So, using these tools, we can now handle and recognize anxiety at a much higher level. Okay. I hope you guys find this video useful and these tips and tricks helpful as I have. And yeah, and I hope you have a blessed day.